You see this stuff right here? This is physical media. This is music. I know in today's day and age, it seems like music just exists kind of like in the cloud or whatever, but we used to have to get like physical hard copies of things to listen to stuff. If you wanted to listen to some Nirvana, you had to get a tape. This is a tape. Do you know what a tape is? All right, it comes out here like this, and you put it in like a little deck or whatever, and it just plays as a side A and a side B, and you got to rewind, and it's a whole lot of like noise, and if it gets jammed, you got to like jam a pencil in there and crank it or whatever. It took a lot of effort to listen to a tape, all right? But before tapes, we had these things over here, records, all right? EPs. We had LPs, all right? Huge. There's no way we could carry these around. If I wanted to listen to Minor Threat, all right, I had to go either see the band or spin them on my own personal turntable. So these kinds of physical medias, okay, these kinds of things were all a little bit before my time. Of course, I had a bunch of tapes as a little kid, but I wasn't like into music or collecting tunes when I was a little kid. And when I was like not even born yet, all right, that's when all this stuff came out. We're talking early 80s and 70s and like maybe sometime in like the 90s or whatever, which I was around for, but that's besides the point. These were all before my time. What I was here for, and the way that I had physical media, was stored in these little binders right here. Now everybody in the late 90s, early 2000s had their collection of records in one of these little binders, okay? Now video gamers might have had their games in them, or PC gamers might have had like their discs and softwares in one of these, but primarily these were used for music fans. So today, we're not going to be talking about Nirvana covering the Vaselines on a bootlegged EP. Not, even though that's sick. We're not going to be talking about this Minor Threat thing. We're not going to be talking about the Ramones or any sort of physical media, all right? Nirvana, get out of here, all right? No, none of you. Did you think this was Suffer? No, this is Surfer by NoFX. Anyway, we're talking about physical media and the collection of such. So I'm going to be opening my 25-year-old CD binder. I don't remember the last time I opened this thing. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to find when we dig into it, but before we do, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Dan Frampton. This is the Dan Frampton YouTube channel. It's all about music, punk rock music, all right? If that sounds nice to you, you can like, comment, and subscribe, but I'm just going to scoot all these albums out of the way here. Oh shit, and I got to bring out the binder. I think I broke music. I don't think you can break music in today's day and age. You can't go on Spotify and smash a record. And I just think I just smashed some music. That's a problem for the past and a problem for me in the future. All right, here it is. This is the thing. All right? It is sealed shut. It is leather. It is bound. It is starting to come apart at the seams over here. And we're just going to zip it open. Oh man, it stinks. Oh, it smells like the 90s. Now we're going to see a lot of records here from the 90s. We're going to see stuff from the early 2000s. It might end around like 2006 might be the newest record on here. But I'm not going to throw around these physical copies like I did the other thing. But this first page is not a bad first page, I must say. Let me show you what's going on here on the first page. Look at all these records, all right? You got Bad Brains. So I've had pretty good taste for a long time, all right? You got some whole wheat bread. Are you familiar with whole wheat bread? This little EP is called Punk Life. Good little kind of mix of pop punk and hip hop. Snot and the Subhumans. Great little first page. Great introduction to the CD binder, all right? Oh my God. And then we're gonna go on to, the Red Hot Chili Peppers section. I might have enjoyed the Red Hot Chili Peppers a little bit back in the day. All right, these are all the Red Hot Chili Peppers records. All right, and even the Freaky Styley and the other one. These are the re-releases of them. These aren't the original copies from like the 80s or whatever. And then this is a Ramones tribute CD with a bunch of people doing like Ramones songs. Like U2 is on here doing Beat on the Brat or whatever. Kind of horrendous by today's standards, but back in the day, I was bumping that thing quite a bit. All right. Now we're gonna flip the page here. And we have a pretty good page over here. Not a bad little page. Gonna tell you right here, we got some Rancid, all right? We got some Refused. We got some Deloused in the Comatorium, all right? That is Mars Volta. And just like the Mars Volta, members of which are also in all of these other At the Drive-In albums, all right? We have quite the collection going on here. At the Drive-In, Rancid, and what did I say down here? The Refuseds, all right? Pretty good little collection so far. And then, all right, when I say that I've been listening to the Beastie Boys for a long time, this'll prove it. We also got some Blink-182 down here. Which one is this? Cheshire Cat. All right, we got Cheshire Cat, we got the self-titled, we got Enema of the State. This is how you store music. This is the proper way to do it, and this is the proper way of handling your physical media, all right? You can slap this down. This thing has weight. You can beat the shit out of somebody with this, all right? You can't do that with your Spotify account. That's ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna keep going here, all right? Look at all these records here. Dr. Dre, Lars Frederiksen, The Hold Steady, Hatebreed, we got some Punkorama, alright? This is a local band from PEI called the Rude Mechanicals, little country outfit, alright? So all of this hip hop and punk rock and Queens of the fucking Stone Age and then local country music. You gotta love the eclectic taste that's going on here. And of course, I put The Hives right beside The Specials, alright? Those two records belong side by side, even though they're generations apart. Then we got the Swedish connection over here, Millencolin and Pulley, and then some post-punk, early 2000s, post-hardcore rather, Blood Brothers, Crimes. Now coming out with these records and getting these records where I was growing up back in the day was hard to do. If you wanted underground screamo music, if you were into the scrams, there was like two ways of getting a record by your scram bands, alright? You were either going out to the shows, going to the merch table and picking it up, or, I don't know, man, you like traveled to a big city and they had a great store or whatever, because you weren't buying them online back then either. All right, we got more local tunes over here, local music. All right, then we got the Monks. This right here, straight the fuck up. All right, this is when the guy from Snot did a whole bunch of dying, and then a whole bunch of friends were like, let's cover his songs and also do like tribute songs to him, and that's what this is. Pretty sick. Eagles of Death Metal. Banger record, all right? And I'm not exactly sure what this is. This is just like a black disc. Something tells me that this is a Sublime something because it's also right here beside Sublime. I don't really have a CD drive close by. I don't have a way to play this physical media right now to figure out what this black record is. It says it came out in 1994 on Gasline Alley. So let's do a quick search. 1994. Gasline Alley, Robin the Hood. I knew it. Yes, this is Robin the Hood by Sublime. It just keeps going, like I'm saying. This is how music was collected, all right? We just threw them all in these binders. I have no idea where the jewel cases are. We got Ani DeFranco up here right beside the Queers. I don't know if I did that on purpose, but maybe my brain did something without me knowing, all right? Got NoFX and Bob Dylan and the White Stripes. Man, all right? All right, this isn't the greatest page. This is one half of the 45 or 46 songs that weren't good enough to go on any of our other records by NoFX. Got some Bloodhound Gang, got some Skip James going back in the day to get some roots going, you know what I mean? Some old school blues or whatever. Hot heat. I totally forget what this sounds like, all right? Probably not music that I enjoy. Have no idea what this is. Stroke. Beats the living crap out of me. Motley Crue, and of course, MF Doom and the other guy doing The Thing. Good little record. But we're almost there. I think we have 2 more pages left, and it's starting to get less good. Do you know who Jimmy's Chicken Shack is? I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Jimmy's Chicken Shack. Look up Jimmy's Chicken Shack. This song is called, this record is called I Forget, but they also have a record called something about the salmonella envelope or whatever, I don't know. Lit. Do you guys remember Lit? And Pamela Anderson and bowling and stuff or whatever? Okay, ska. You got some Real Big Fish. They just did a re-release of the record that isn't this record. I don't have that other record. Where did that Less Than Jake stuff go? I had Less Than Jake records before. No, these are, and then, do you remember Burnt? Oh no! Well, there goes, I left one page completely unused in this binder, and there it goes. These are burned CDs, all right? I don't know if you remember burning CDs, all right? Downloading tunes and burning them to a disc, all right? That's how you listen to music on the go that you couldn't find normally. Then I got The Cable Guy, starring Jim Carrey. I don't care about that at all. Then we got, what is this? Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii. That's not music. Get out of here. What else do we got in here that's not music? Everything else is music. Okay, perfect. And that is how physical media is the best stored, okay? Thank you for watching. What's your favorite way of storing physical media? If you enjoyed this video for whatever reason, please like, comment, and subscribe. Watch these other uploads over here. Okay, see you later.